best setup, but
Yeah.
yeah, we make it
Like
work.
holding a crowd and stuff.
Yeah, the crowd and even the pool, like a little bit more narrow than over at the.
Um,
So it'll be good though.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All righty, we're here, Coffee with Coaches, Season 1, Episode 2, here with Coach Aaron Dondo, water polo, swimming,
Correct.
pretty big background. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I've been here. This is my 26th year here at Round Rock, and like you said, swimming and water polo as well. And originally from Southern California, but I've been out here since '95. So more time out here than I ever was in California. But all
So,
my all my family's still out there. So
so SoCal to Austin, Texas, okay. And then did you come to swim? Like, were you a swimmer through high school, college?
yes, well, actually in high school I played football my first 2 years, but also did water polo and swam. And then it wasn't good enough to swim out here, but came over for a UT. So went to school at UT.
Awesome. Awesome. And then how did you talk about the water polo? Like, how did it evolve? Where did this like come from? I mean, it's fairly new, 5, 6 years.
Sure. Yeah. No. So it's I believe we're in our fourth year of UIL, and so it's been around a long time in Texas. It's much bigger on the coast out in California and also the East Coast, but it has been around Texas for a long time. But it was always kind of the club, more like lacrosse is right now. You know, kind of affiliated with a school, but not official UIL. And then, like I said, 3 years ago it became UIL, and it's really taken off. A lot of interest in it. A lot of teams playing around the state.
Excellent. So talk to me a little bit about what are some of the things people hear if they came out and watched a water polo game? What would they maybe they wouldn't realize unless they came out and watched it live?
I think a lot of people, when they come out to see it live, just get appreciation for just how demanding the sport is because it's a combination of swim and wrestling and basketball, soccer. And it's constant. A lot of people will ask like, "Hey, can they touch the bottom?" And you can't touch the bottom. You're treading water for 40 minutes, and it's sprinting back and forth and guarding people and shooting. So just how physically demanding a sport it is what most people afterwards will say, "Wow, I didn't realize that."
So for the athletes, the student athletes that you have, like what kind of conditioning? What does that look like to get them ready to be able to do that?
So the condition is we do a lot of just sprints, right? As far as it'd be the same thing if you're on the field, just like constant sprints back and forth. They will tread water, keeping their hands above water. They'll tread water with weight belts on as well. They will hold 5-gallon jugs of water and fill them up and let them drain while they hold it. They just have to have really solid legs to play.
Excellent. So what are you on the? Are you a Crocs? Are you a flip flops? Are you a sneakers guy as a coach?
As a coach, always sneakers. All right,
Always.
I'm getting to the point where I've been standing on deck so long, I need some support. But otherwise, flip flops. Yeah.
Excellent. So, tell me about the team a little bit. What are we looking at? When does the season run? Like, when can they come out and watch y'all play?
Yeah, so if people want to come out today, it's a great opportunity. We have our only home game of the year. Girls are at 4:30, but boys are at 5:30, just right over here at our pool. All of our other games typically are over at the new Aquatic Center, which is fantastic. It's over at Cedar Ridge campus. Really fortunate to have that. But as far as the season goes, our season starts. It almost mimics volleyball. It's a little bit shorter, so we're going before school starts up, right at the very beginning of August, and we're just about to begin our second round of district play already. We will play in the course of the season probably about 24 games.
And where's Round Rock sitting? Standing wise, like how we doing?
So right now the boys are in second, girls are in third.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome. So let's talk about you a little bit.
sure.
Who in your life along your journey made you want to get into coaching and be involved teaching and in schools and
It was so I tell my kids this all the time. This wasn't my original plan. I had planned to teach at a college level, but I'd always been involved with athletics. Swimming was a huge part of my life growing up, and all the sports. I played sports all the time with my brothers, backyard or alley, whatever. And then this job came open at Round Rock 26 years ago, and I said, "Hey, let me give it a try." I had done some, like summertime coaching with younger kids and whatnot, but I said, "Let's give it a try," and stuck with it, and really enjoy it. Just the relationships that I have made over the years with kids has been very, very rewarding. So.
And then any people growing up, any coaches that you had that had the biggest influence on your life?
So probably my swim coach in high school. He was pretty old school as far as just gave us a lot of yardage, didn't talk a whole lot. So, um, but also just a good guy, a good guy. And I tried to incorporate a lot of what like he would give you life lessons but you didn't really know it until afterwards. And I didn't really appreciate that until after I had left and realized, hey, like this is what he was talking about. So I try to do mimic some of that, but then also I don't always succeed, but I try to communicate a little bit better than he did as far as, he was just kind of, like I said, old school, just like hammer you all the time and, not really talk to you a whole bunch. So I try to do a little bit better job of that.
So one of the things I found as a coach, right, 26 years, that's a long time to be
Sure.
around students and teaching. One of the things I found is the way that we approached us. You and I are probably about the same age compared to we got Jack and Luke out here,
Right.
right? How we approach them wouldn't work with them. Like what have you learned with the evolution over time and change in
No,
your style?
exactly, exactly. No, it's just been a little bit more to where, no, you're exactly right. There's some, like the kids that I had early on were great kids, but the way I approached them, just would not work today. You're exactly right. So now it's more, I think there's a lot of just more communication with the athlete and just talking to them about your expectations and what you want and just helping guide them almost more as a person than as an athlete sometimes.
So tell me a little bit about the community. What can the Round Rock community do to help support you, your athletes? How could we be better support for you all?
Really, I mean, I fully aware that water polo is a growing sport. Not a lot of people are even aware of it. I still get questions, all the jokes like, "Oh, how do you get horses in the pool?" And all that. I'm like, "Yeah, I know." But just really come out and watch a game sometimes. These kids work incredibly hard. It's a super demanding sport to be involved with, and they put in a lot of time, a lot of effort. And just when they look over and they see, we usually have our parents and some friends in the crowd, but the times where we have more than that, where some of the community does come out, whether it's other friends or extended family, it makes a big difference to them. So I would just say, come out and watch a game. A lot of people that come out and watch it will come back and say, "Hey, that was great. I love that. I'm a fan of that." So yeah, just the more support you can come out and just check out a game, and maybe you become a fan and come to all the games.
Awesome. All right, let's do a little fun here. Let's play a little rapid fire questions.
Okay.
I was going to say Round Rock, but I mean, you're old school Austin. Like I moved here in '98, so
Okay, yeah.
that was when
Right.
I got introduced to Austin.
Sure.
Favorite post meal in downtown Austin?
Oh, that would be Crown and Anchor. Crown and Anchor down by UT. One of my favorite. It's an old school burger, but just good stuff.
If water polo had a theme song, what would it be?
Oh, theme song. Um, Shoot, that's a tough one. Uh, Something I can't think of a song off the top of my head, but something about it not being easy or something like that. Just it's like I said, it's a demanding sport.
All right, what's your hype song? What's your
My
pre-match song?
my hype song probably No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
Oh, Beastie Boys.
Beastie Boys. Yeah.
All right, give me four or less words to describe your coaching style.
Coaching style. Let's see. Positive, encouraging. Um, let's see. Uh, I would say welcoming. I try to take on a lot of different kids, a lot of different abilities, um, and uh, high expectations.
Early morning practice or late evening?
Early morning. It's always been early morning for 26 years.
If you weren't coaching, what would you be doing?
Oh, that one. I'm not good at this at all, but I would love to be like a mechanic, be able to fix cars and help people out and
Old cars, 80s, 70s, 80s?
older
Or
cars. My dream car is like a 1950s truck.
All right. What was your first car you ever had?
My first car was horrible. I bought it off of my grandmother for $5. It was a 1986 Ford Tempo.
Nice, a Ford Tempo.
Fell apart. I put so much money into that thing.
You can't really fit a surfboard in Southern California in a Tempo.
No, 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 no.
All right, last one. Cannonball or dive? Clean dive.
Ooh, clean dive. Clean dive.
Excellent. All right, and then now this is the funnest part. And I don't know if anyone out here, do you know who won week 1? We did rapid dating style. So this is dating style. And someone can you track it? But anybody know who won week 1? It was between Principal Butler, Coach Moore, and Coach Dreyer. And it wasn't even a close. Coach Butler only got 2. Principal Butler only got 2 wrong out of all of them. He was 13-2 on his picks.
That's good.
And I thought he was crazy with some of his picks. I'm like, the Colts ain't winning a game. They're not winning a game all year. All right, so here we go. Let's go rapid style. Last night game's obviously in the book. So
Okay.
Raiders at Commanders.
Commanders.
Falcons at Panthers.
Falcons.
Packers at Browns.
Packers.
Steelers at Patriots.
Steelers.
Rams at Eagles.
I have to go with the Rams.
Colts at Titans.
Titans.
Jets at Buccaneers.
Buccaneers.
Bengals, Vikings.
Go Minnesota. Vikings.
Texans, Jaguars.
Texans.
Saints at Seahawks.
I'm going to go with Saints.
This would be a good one. Broncos at Chargers.
I'm going to go with Chargers.
Cardinals at 49ers.
49ers.
Cowboys at Bears.
Bears.
Chiefs at Giants.
Chiefs.
Monday night, Lions at Ravens.
I like the Lions. I'm going to go with Lions.
And finally, what is your Super Bowl pick? Who's going to play in the Super Bowl? Who wins?
Oh, shoot, that's a tough one. I think I'm going to go with, I think Detroit.
Okay.
Detroit, and then let's see who's
AFC, like Bills, Ravens, Chiefs, Chargers.
okay. All right, Bills.
Bills. All right. That would be the most popular Super
Yeah.
Bowl, I think, ever. I think
Yes,
that's the one
right.
that everybody wants to watch. All right, Coach. It was a pleasure.
Hey,
thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Who do you pick a winner though?
Oh, Bills.
Bills.
They're gonna do it this year. This year.
I'm glad.
Luke.
Good job, man. You waited?
I told Dylan to come. To come and watch.
He should have.
He's still asleep.
He did give me some good tips on you guys, so. No, I'm only good at it.
Let's make sure the mic is mic. Not yet.
Yeah.
Check.
Check.
And this is your 4, so that should be your. Actually, it helps if we're actually plugged in. I'm not plugged in. I'm plugged in the wrong. That's why we didn't hear you. There you go. All right, so you should hear me now. Kind of drowns out the noise, and that controls the volume for you.
All right.
So whatever you're comfortable with, I don't mind the feedback. So.
Oh, this one's mine. 4.
Yep.
Okay.
All righty, so here with Luke Rodriguez,
Yes, sir.
2-star athlete, baseball and football, a kid who, the only kid I've ever seen who, I'm going to be careful how I say this, right? You had gotten injured when you were little, and I'm sitting on my front porch and I see him walking by with the biggest smile on his face home from school, and I'm like, what are you doing in school? I mean, you had surgery yesterday, and biggest, that smile right there on his face. I mean, and I think that's the epitome of who you are as a person. So anyhow, here we go. Let's go a couple questions. Character and leadership. Let's start with those. What does it mean to you to wear a Dragons jersey?
I mean, it obviously means a whole lot. We take a lot of pride in going to Round Rock. Everyone knows who Round Rock is, so I mean, not only is like there might be a lot of like pressure, like being around Rock Dragon, but you also have to like know it's a privilege to wear the double R's on whatever you're doing, whether it's baseball or football or in school.
So what about you were at Cactus Ranch, right?
Mhm.
You watched these Dragon Tails and these different football players come through. Now you're the athlete, you're the senior, let alone that. You're a
Yeah.
leader on the team coming into those elementary schools. Does it feel like you thought it would feel? Is it different? What's that like going back into the same classrooms that you used to be in as a child? Now you're coming in and all these little kids are looking up to you. What's that like?
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's kind of pretty crazy. We're like they're heroes to them for some of them, but I mean, I felt the same way when I was there, when I was their age, when I was over there. So it's just pretty surreal going back to where it all started, and now I'm the guy they're all looking up to. So I just try to like do what I wanted the older guys to do for me, for them to just have fun, let them talk to the older guys, act like we are friends, just
Yep.
be friendly with them.
So we get a lot of freshmen. We got some freshman parents here. We got sophomores. What would you tell those athletes? Like you just said, you do things that you wanted done when you were little. So you're trying to give back in that way. What would be the advice you might give somebody if I was, or someone out here who's a freshman, maybe I'm a sophomore, that, hey, connect with people in the locker room, spend time talking to that kid in the stands? What anything you'd give advice to younger kids entering the football or baseball class?
Yeah, I mean, just don't be shy. Just go out and talk. Go out and talk to everybody. Go and talk to older guys. Get advice from them. Make connections with them. But also talk to everyone around you, around your grade, because you're gonna be stuck with them for 4 years, 3, 4 years. So yeah.
Alrighty, so tough start to the season. Not what we wanted. 0 and
Mhm.
3. And I know you're a leader, leadership council, right? How are you keeping everybody focused? How do you look at that and say, guys, we can't harp on this. We got a lot ahead of us.
Yeah, I mean, what's in the past is in the past. You just gotta learn from it. Trust the process. You just gotta get better every week. That's the main goal, and the outcome will take care of itself. But you just gotta like, if you don't think it's possible, then I don't know. You just gotta believe and keep working hard. Show up. You just gotta show up because if you show up, it's one step done to the bigger picture. So just gotta get better every week.
So last home game against Temple, you went absolute beast mode, right? Blocking field goals, extra points. Let's talk about the defense as a whole. Is there a moment this season that you're really proud of as a whole team, the defensive unit, that you guys just made a statement, maybe a stop, maybe something that happened defensively? Is there anything that stands out to you that you're like, I was proud of us at this moment?
It's actually it was actually the Temple game. I thought we had a really good game, or maybe even last game. I just like we had a really good game last game against Vista. We I thought we did our job. We got stops when we needed to, but I mean couldn't get it done on the final drive when it counted. But I mean other than that, I thought it was a really good game. I thought it was one of our best defensive games.
Oh, I agree. I think you look at the trajectory.
Yeah, I mean that's another thing that like I'm really proud at. Starting off game one, game two, game three, I truly believe that we've been getting better every game and trusting the process during practice, going hard in practice, and it's just been going up. So we'll see what it's like today.
All righty. So let's have some fun here. What's the pregame hype song?
Pre-game hype song. Um, I like Lana Del Rey
Lana
for a
Del Rey.
pre-game hype song.
All righty. Who hits the hardest on the team?
Who hits the hardest? Offense or defense? Or
It can
just
be anywhere.
uh nah. Dylan Yeager obviously hits hard. Got a solid running back room. They hit hard, but I mean, yeah. I mean, I think we have a lot of hard hitters on the team.
Okay. Who's the hardest one to tackle?
Hardest one to tackle, Dylan Yeager or Brady.
Brady. Excellent. Let's go here. Who's the teammate that has pushed you to be better? It could be any of the 4 years. You think, look over your journey here. Your senior year now could be this year, could be your freshman year, anywhere in between. What player along your journey pushed you, encouraged you, made you want to play better, play at a higher level?
From any year,
Any year.
any year. I think it's from last year, Jacob Medina.
Mhm.
We were the two inside, and we were there for each other, and he always said like he knew what I had in me and always tried to get it out of me. So like really, I just try to do it like to play for him to uh just prove him right, or just I really just do it for the guys around me. At the end of the day, I just play hard to go give my all for uh, the team, for all my teammates.
Love it. That's a great answer. That's a really good answer. Who's the funniest in the locker room this year? I know you're on that list. I know you're on. If I ask Jack that question, I know he's going to say you're on that list.
Um, we got a pretty funny team, but I would say Zahid.
Who?
Zahid Lyons, he's
Yep.
pretty funny.
Who's the most gullible? By the way, he has a tough task here. So who's the most gullible? I'll let you think about it for a second, because he didn't get these questions beforehand. So I'm just kind of coming out, and he's got to think on the cusp. Jack, don't worry. I have totally different questions for you, so don't even bother prepping.
Most
Maybe.
gullible. I would say I don't really know. I would say Evan Anders. Evan Anders is pretty gullible.
All righty. Favorite nickname? Can be a pro, teammate, can be anybody in any sport. What's the favorite nickname?
Oh, Big Poppy.
Big Poppy. All righty. Do you have any superstitions? Baseball, football season.
You know, it really depends, or depends on the year. Like I obviously have superstitions, but before whether I start whether for baseball or football, I'll have 3 pieces of gum, like at the same time during warm ups, and baseball during the game, but I'll take it out during football before we play. But sometimes I forget in the first drive. I would have it in sometimes.
Alrighty, favorite. Give me your favorite football or baseball or sports themed movie.
Oh, Sandlot.
Sandlot, great one. Favorite rom-com,
Rom-com?
romantic comedy. Come on, I know
Oh,
you like some of them.
I don't know any about that. Rom-com. Yeah, I don't really know. I would say any Adam Sandler movie. I like Adam Sandler a lot.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
All right, last song you listened to.
Last song I think it was actually a Spanish song. I think that's what I don't know the name. I don't know Spanish. I just
You
do
like
that.
the beat? You like the music?
Yeah, a lot of people
You
would
had
think
no
I
idea
would-
what they were
yeah, I have
saying.
no idea what they're saying. I like it.
All right, if you can go on a date with one actress, who would it be? Any actress, any era.
Oh my! I know who it is, but I just can't think of one. But
Yeah, pass.
Guys, these are easy. Like
I don't
that's
know.
an easy
I don't-
question.
well, it's not an easy question. I'm blanking right now. I'll just say Margot Robbie
Who?
or Sydney Sweeney or
Sydney Sweden. Or
no,
they're all coming in now.
I'll just
They're
stop
just
there.
flying in his brain.
I'll just stop there.
All right, if you could spend one day watching football or baseball with one person, any person on the planet, who would it be?
Probably my dad.
Your dad? Okay. And if you could have one more conversation with any person, alive or dead, who would you wish you could go and have one last conversation with?
That I've already talked to, or just
Could be anybody.
Could be anybody.
Could be anybody. Could be a historical figure. Could be a grandfather. Could be anybody in between. Could be your dad.
I would say my great grandfather.
Great grandfather.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, let's go into some speed dating here.
Okay.
NFL style speed dating, rapid fire. Who do you got? Raiders at Commanders,
Commanders,
Falcons at Panthers,
Falcons,
Packers at Browns,
Packers,
Steelers at Patriots,
Steelers.
Rams at Eagles,
I'll go Eagles,
Colts at Titans,
Titans,
Jets at Buccaneers,
Bucks,
Bengals at Vikings,
Vikings,
Texans at Jaguars,
Texans,
Saints at Seahawks,
Saints,
Broncos at Chargers. That's a tough game. 0-2 Broncos are due. Chargers are 2-0.
They are due. I'm gonna go Broncos,
Cardinals at 49ers.
49ers,
Cowboys at Bears.
Cowboys,
Chiefs at Giants.
I don't know. I like the Giants,
And Lions at Ravens.
Ravens,
2 Super Bowl teams, and who wins it?
Cowboys.
And I'm a Cowboy fan. That's funny.
Let's see. Who would they go against?
Cowboys at, Bills, Ravens, Chargers, Broncos, Chiefs are all AFC that come to mind. Jack, you can go on my lifeline.
I'll go Cowboy Bills. Yeah,
Cowboy Bills, and who wins it?
Cowboys.
Cowboys, reliving the early 90s glory. Luke, you're awesome. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, man.
Thank you.
Was that good? Good questions?
Yeah.
Jack, do you have second thoughts? See, Jack gets it a little bit easier because, now he's seen the type of questions.
See how it goes.
All righty. So, Jack, let's start off with an easy one. What's it mean to you to wear a Dragons?
It's definitely like a legacy. My dad was a Dragon too, so I think it comes easy, and I wear it with pride because my dad was able to wear it too.
What's it like playing on this, in essence, the same field, right? That your dad played on? I mean, generations, your uncles played on.
Feels a little weird because like we have pictures in our trainer room of my dad's team, so being able to go in there and like see him. But it's pretty cool, like knowing the same thing I'm doing is the same thing he's doing.
How do you keep guys in the locker room focused after a tough 0-3 start? What's your leadership style?
I think that loss kind of helped us get more locked in. I believe like we came into this week of practice like knowing like we are this close to winning. We just need to put it all together now.
Excellent. What's it feel like going into elementary schools in the area where you once were a student, looking up to football players? Now you're the one they're looking up to. What's that look like? What's that feel like?
It's definitely special knowing like I have an impact on these kids, especially like some of them like come out to games and they're talking about the games too. It's definitely special to me being able to be a part of their life and being something so special to them.
Awesome. Who's the best athlete in your family?
Me. Me.
I was asked to ask you that, by the way. Can you share a moment this season where you felt the offense really made a statement, where you're really proud of your teammates?
I would say Temple game, opening drive, or Vista game, opening drive. I think we were able to kind of go out there. Our coach always talks about it, like scoring on that first possession kind of sets the tone. I think that's what we need. We set the tone right there. We let them know we're here.
I'm going to ask you the next question. This is a question I actually asked Jim Kelly, okay, former Buffalo Bills, lost 4 consecutive Super Bowls. When your head hits the pillow, like you get to play quarterback, that's pretty cool, right? So when your head, and this could be any stage of your life, could be middle school, could be high school, when your head hits the pillow and you think of just that one pass that you threw that you felt like that was the perfect pass, the receiver made the perfect catch, what is that pass? Do you remember that comes to mind?
I'll say the first one that comes to mind is last week, the first go ball to Daniel with his one-handed catch. And then I would say also like the Vista game, the post to Jaeger. That's probably what comes to mind.
Awesome. Alrighty, so what's your hype song? Pre-game hype song?
Hometown Glory by Adele.
Adele, nice. Who's the hardest hitter on your team? As quarterback, you got. Well, I guess you don't know that as quarterback, right?
I'm a little
Who do you not
biased.
want to get? Who do you look at on defense and just go, I seriously hope he doesn't have an open shot at me when my back turned?
I would say Max Williams. Max Williams is a big guy.
Max Williams. All righty. Who is the toughest to tackle on the offense?
Obviously, Brady's shown that he's pretty tough to tackle. I also think Jaeger.
Jaeger,
too.
yeah. I think both of those. Who's the teammate that's pushed you to be the best? Could be, again, freshman year, sophomore year, this year. Who's the one player, baseball or football, that just got in your ear and you're like, kind of motivated you or kind of helped you in your journey?
I would say it was for my sophomore year, Mason Cochran, the old quarterback. Because at that time, I kind of needed the mentoring on quarterback. I didn't really know what everything was happening. So having him being able to mentor me and kind of push me when I needed to be pushed just helped a lot.
So now, as you go back and you look at, or as we look at, I should say, freshman, sophomore, we got freshman parents in here. What would you want to tell them? Like, hey, looking back, not necessarily I do it differently, but now as a senior looking back, take the time, do X, Y, and Z. What would be your advice to that incoming freshman? You've got two brothers that are in 8th grade. I've got my youngest son who's in 7th grade. What would you tell them as they embark in this next 4, 5, 6 years journey?
Ask the upperclassmen anything about football, about life, whatever. I think that's one of the things I didn't do my freshman year was just ask the upperclassmen, like, hey, like, what do you do on this, on that? And, I mean, they've been there longer than you, and they're happy to help you.
Awesome. I like that. That's a really good answer. Who's the funniest in the locker room?
I mean, I share a locker with him, or like he's my locker mate. So Dylan Harper,
Dylan Harper. Nice. Who's most gullible?
Daniel Berry.
Daniel Berry.
Berry.
Excellent. Favorite nickname? Could be a teammate, could be a pro athlete.
I would say kind of like Luke, Big Poppy.
Big Poppy. We got 2 Boston fans in the house? We're just Ortiz fans. Do you have any superstitions? Baseball or football? The 3 gum was good, by the way. I don't think I've ever heard that one. 3 sticks of gum.
For baseball, I kind of have like superstitions with like certain people, like me and Kate Goddard. Before the games, we kind of just go chill out by ourselves with each other. I think for football, I don't really have a superstition. I kind of I'm with the receivers most of the time, talking to them, talking to the O-line, like making sure we're on the same page before we go out.
Excellent. Let's see here. Favorite football or baseball movie?
Yeah, probably The Sandlot.
Sandlot? Favorite rom-com? Come on, I know you're into romantic comedies.
It Ends With Us.
It Ends With Us. All right. I don't think I've seen that one. Last song you listened to?
Last song I listened to, it was probably The Chair by George Strait.
That's gotta love George Strait. You can go on a date with one actress, any actress on the planet, today or yesterday, any era. Who would it be?
Sabrina Carpenter.
If you could spend one day watching football or baseball with one person, anywhere on the planet, any person, who would it be?
That's tough. There's a lot of people that come to mind. I would say watching baseball with Andrew McCutcheon. He's always been like a figure in my life when I was younger.
High character guy too. If you could go in time, any historical person, could be a grandparent, could be Abe Lincoln, it could be anybody. Who's the one person you'd love to go back and have a conversation, one last conversation with?
I think it would be Abe Lincoln.
Abe Lincoln?
I'll just ask him a couple questions about like what his life was like.
Outstanding. All right, you ready for a little speed dating?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. NFL picks. First off, do you have a favorite team?
Yeah, it's the Cowboys.
Cowboys. Yeah, we know what Luke Rods is. Cowboys. All righty, here we go. Dolphins at Bills was last night. We'll exclude that one. So Raiders at Commanders.
Commanders,
Falcons at Panthers.
Falcons,
Packers at Browns.
Packers,
Steelers at Patriots.
Steelers,
Rams at Eagles.
Eagles,
Colts at Titans.
Colts,
Jets at Buccaneers.
Bucks,
Bengals at Vikings.
Vikings,
Texans at Jaguars.
Texans,
Saints at Seahawks.
Seahawks,
Broncos at Chargers.
Chargers,
Cardinals at 49ers.
49ers,
Cowboys at Bears.
Cowboys,
Chiefs at Giants.
Chiefs.
Lions at Ravens Monday night.
Give me the Ravens.
And Super Bowl picks. 2 teams and who wins it.
I feel like the Cowboys have a great shot this year. And I would say the Ravens can get it done this year.
Cowboy,
make it.
Ravens, and who wins it all?
Cowboys.
Cowboys. There we go. Coach Moore, do you think they're leading with their minds or their hearts on these picks? I love it. Jack, thank you. Good luck
Thank you.
tonight, buddy. All right, so here with Coach Moore, this is actually a little bit simpler because this is really a conversation.
Yeah.
Because if you watch the pregame tonight, we're going to play the coach's interview like we do in the pregame show. But what's it like? Let's talk a little bit. You got 2 of your leaders, one offense, one defense up here. What's it like watching them sit up here and go through interviews and watching the men that they've grown over the 4 years in your
I mean, there's impressive young men. You know, they do a phenomenal job. Just how they conduct themselves, and you know, they're leaders in the school, but they're leaders on the field for 2 different teams on our campus. So, you know, credit to their parents, and credit to those young guys being mature young men.
I mean, it's part of your mission, right? It's
Yes, sir.
Making men, not just
Yeah.
football players, making men. Let's talk a little bit about last night. Great showing by Sub Varsity.
Yeah.
What did you see there?
We went 3-0 against McNeil, and I think we had 2 shutouts and gave up 18 points on the freshman A team. So you're good showing. Our 2 other sub-varsity games, JV White went and played Liberty Hill on Wednesday, and they got beat, and then our freshman grade team went and played Lake Travis late last night, and they got beat also. But like I've said over every week, it's just great to have all of our guys get like substantial amount of playing time, because that's how you grow a program, is feeling that everybody has a part in any shape, form, or fashion. So it's just nice seeing those guys being able to play.
So how do you keep? We talk about the sub varsity, right? You've got JV Maroon. They practice pretty much together, right? That they're together in class with the varsity.
Yeah.
How do you keep those men, or young men, encouraged, right? Knowing that, hey, you're right there on the cusp, and some of them have every bit of ability, right?
Yeah.
So how do you keep that motivated? Like, hey, you're getting the reps, you're getting the opportunity.
Well, we just remind them that like they're going against the varsity guys, like they're getting like really good practice. And I think that a couple of things that we've done as far as coaching goes is everything that our opponent is doing, that the JV is giving a look for, we translate it into our verbiage, into our calls, and offensively and defensively. So they're still running our offense, they're still running our defense, right? So they're getting substantial amount of reps and plenty of time running our stuff, because all we've done is just change the verbiage of whatever our opponent's doing that week to what we call it. And so you just got to tell them what we call a whatever play, and they go out there and run it.
Yeah.
You know, at least if we get something to talk about defensively here, if we get something that resembles somewhat of what our opponent's doing that week, it's good enough, right? So like, it's not like you have to be exactly what they do, but if it's around the same type of scheme, that kind of thing, then we're good.
So an interesting thing is one of your former players, Hank Oppel.
Yeah.
We've had him in the booth help calling, and he's done a fantastic job.
Yeah.
But he's talked a lot about the defense that you brought in, which is TCU's defense in
Yeah.
essence. But one of the things he highlights is that how you know every single player, where they're supposed to be, what they're supposed to do. I've sat in your office one time and watched you diagnose. Oh, hey, look at that first step, right? So tell me a little bit, like, what's that like coming in here, what you're seeing, and each week you're trying to make these moves. We got a team that a couple of big plays, a handful of big plays is the difference between really a 2-1 season and an 0-3 start.
Yeah.
What are you seeing there? Like,
Well, the encouraging thing is like we're continually seeing like a growth in each game. Like we're getting better, and we're seeing people show up in certain areas that is very positive, which is good. But just talk about defense just in general. Like, yeah, I mean that's exactly what I did when I was in college, and so it's just been a lot of years in that system, and you kind of know the breakdown when the breakdown happens, and then we're getting to the point, like when we've been really, really good on defense, we're just so young this year, but we're getting to the point where we're understanding what the fixes are before we get off the field after a defensive drive, right? And that's when when you have a really good defense, because you got guys that are having conversations that are, no, we should have been in this rather than that, as far as coverage goes, or, so that's been super encouraging, finally having guys that are understanding the mistakes they might have made before they even get back to the bench to make the adjustment. So that's been really good.
so let's shift offense.
Yeah.
One of the guys I've given a lot of credit to this year, Coach Tenney.
Yeah.
And, I was obviously in the broadcast booth, but we were talking. I'm right there with some of the coaches from Vista Ridge. And the broadcast crew for Vista Ridge made a statement and said, wow, I didn't expect that. And I started laughing. I said, didn't expect what? And he said, I expected run, and run again from you guys. And it was basically open it up, through the ball, changing tempo.
Yeah.
We're seeing different formations on a regular basis. What are we seeing? What are you seeing? First off, tip of the cap to Coach Tenney. I think he's doing a great job in the play calling and what he's running over there. But across that offense, what are you seeing over there?
Well, I can tell you, Coach Tenney's probably one of the, he's the first guy to own up to any kind of mistake that he's ever had. And so, I mean, if they don't produce the way that our standard is supposed to be set, then he's the first one to say that's on me. So that's the first thing. Like, he understands that if they don't, if we don't score touchdowns, that's on him. So he has to do a better job. But I can tell you that's not the case at all. Like, he's done a great job with our offensive staff and all of our offense. I mean, all levels. Doing what people don't realize is like we are trying to put ourselves in a situation to do things that we do well, and we're not going to do something that won't work. Obviously, like, we're not going to sit there and just pound the rock if it's not going to work. So we're gonna take what they give us type mentality, right? So if they're gonna pack the box, obviously we're gonna throw it out there and give it to our big receivers and let them do some work, right? But if they're gonna loosen it up and lighten the box up, we're gonna run the ball. So it's just a mix between both, right? But we've given Jack Oppel a lot of freedom and a lot of the stuff that he's been doing at quarterback and truly assessing a defense and making checks and having some audibles and things that is a high level type of offense. And what's crazy is, like, the quarterback position in our offense is pretty complex, and there's a lot of pre-snap reads, there's a lot of post-snap reads, there's a lot of reads that happen as you're riding the mesh. Like, there's a lot of that, and but all it's trying to do is trying to put us in a better situation to put the ball where they're not, right? So, and that's how you get explosive plays and continued drives, that kind of thing.
So you were a D1 football player,
Yeah.
and I know a lot of you guys know this, but not everybody. You also had offers for baseball. You
Yeah.
were really a two-star athlete, or multiple. I think you played basketball as well. Do you see something different in a quarterback like a Jack Opple, who is a baseball player? You know,
Yeah.
we talk about like Patrick Mahomes. They can change the arm slot. They can
Yeah.
throw it at a different. There's different types of throws, or you know.
Well, that's the big selling point for all athletes is like those complement each other. Being a football, baseball guy complement each other. Being a football, basketball guy complement each other because each sport brings different attributes to an athlete. And so what I mean by that is if I'm a football player and I go in baseball season, there's just something about a football guy that goes and plays baseball that has a little more grit. They are able to maybe have a bad at bat or maybe have a bad inning on the mound or whatever, but they're able to dust themselves off and go back and do it again, right? And vice versa. Like baseball guys going and playing football seem to be a whole lot more heady. And what I mean by that is like they are able to have the mental game, on lock going into a football game, right? Because baseball is a very mental game, and if your mind ain't right, you ain't right. So it's one of those deals. Like that's what I try to keep on trying to tell parents is like it's not like this is complementing this. It's not necessarily one or the other. But also too, like even basketball guys. I mean, there's a lot of lessons learned throughout basketball that can help either one of those sports. You know, track can help basketball. Track can help football. It's all of them. And so that's why we encourage all of our guys to play as many sports as possible. And if you're athletic enough to go help a team, go help a team. It might not be necessarily what's in your future, but like if you're able to go help a team, go do it. Go, and you're not gonna be able to do it again, ever again. So go, go live that.
Live your best life.
Exactly right.
All right, two more questions. Well, one question, and I'm going to be careful because I'm surprised at the people that I find listening, and this is live broadcast. So without giving too much away,
Yeah.
what do we have to look forward to tonight? I know James, Mary, and the board looks like they have a great tailgate party at 4:30,
Yeah.
kicking it off. So want to definitely have people come out at 4:30. A lot of good times out there.
Yeah. And another thing too is we have it's our Heart of Gold game tonight. We do have a recipient. Jackson Zimmerman is his name. So he'll be our honorary captain tonight. He'll get to go out and wear a jersey, run out of the tunnel, flip the coin, do the coin toss and stuff, and hang out with our leadership council guys for a little bit. So it's gonna be really cool. But we are gonna have a group fund set up, and there's gonna be QR codes all over the place. If you guys are listening, or when you do listen, there should be a link kind of being flashed around all of social media and stuff. If you go to our web pages and go to our Booster Club website, or if you go to parents, if you go to your sports U, like all that information is on there. And just if you want to donate or give, that's an opportunity to do that. All the proceeds that have been raised, or all the donations that have been accepted, are going straight back to the family. No questions asked. And all we're trying to do is just help them, bless them, and obviously in a really tough time.
So let's, if you don't mind, Heart of Gold. What exactly is that? For people who may not know what that is.
So we call it the Heart of Gold game, but like the yellow or the color gold is the color that is directly affiliated with pediatric cancer. And so we have different foundations that we've partnered with: Team Brock, Clay Matson Foundation, Team DJ, and NISA. All those foundations have been affected in some fashion with pediatric cancer. And so all we're trying to do is just find a platform for them for the pediatric cancer just be known, and people know that that's going on. A lot of times, it goes unseen. We're trying to kind of put it in the forefront so people understand that this is going on in our own communities, right? But at the same time, we have the platform at Round Rock Football to try to get the word out and raise money to be able to help a family that might need some money to help with medical costs or whatever it may be.
I mean, it's really great. I mean, it's humbling, and it's great to be part of a community and a program that's doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Booster Club, one other thing. Tonight we will have a QR code for the golf tournament, but go to the Booster Club. There's still spots available. We'll have information. We'll talk about it during the broadcast and pregame tonight. So definitely want to encourage that. I do want to do one more because you got two of your players.
Yeah.
Let's do speed dating,
All right.
NFL pick style. Here we go. And you already gave your Super Bowl picks. So
Yeah.
we already got those recorded. Dolphins at Bills were last night, so let's go Raiders at Commanders.
Commanders,
Falcons at Panthers.
Falcons,
Packers at Browns.
Packers,
Steelers at Patriots.
Steelers,
Rams at Eagles.
Eagles.
Colts at Titans.
The Colts won last week.
Yeah. 2-0.
Colts,
Jets at Buccaneers.
Bucks,
Bengals at Vikings.
Vikings.
Texans at Jaguars.
Golly, I watched the Texans play last week. Texans.
Saints at Seahawks.
Let's go Saints.
Let's go Broncos at Chargers. I think that's the game of the week.
Yeah,
right
Chargers.
there. Cardinals at 49ers.
49ers.
Cowboys at Bears.
Cowboys.
Chiefs at Giants.
Chiefs.
And finally, Lions at Ravens Monday Night Football.
Ravens.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you so much.